Hello, I'm Kara, and this video is about customer service. In order for us to understand how customer service applies in an academic library, it might be helpful if we understand their missions. Understand the research learning needs of users and support them in their endeavors. Foster discovery, engagement, and intellectual curiosity in users of all ages. Facilitate lifelong learning and research. Some of the primary ways this is done is through services at the reference desk and library instruction sessions. Provide environments which are creatively stimulating. This includes the physical library and the online web page. And this is a quote which I think anyone working in customer service needs to be mindful of. Service philosophy. Service philosophy at academic libraries is more student-centered, just focused on the learning needs of students. Here at the College Hill Library, you also have public patrons. However, the services we offered are really geared more for students. Circulation duties will tend to emphasize efficiency. This is because they are based on policies. However, there is some leniency within those policies, but nevertheless, they do tend to run at a more efficient pace. Reference duties, on the other hand, are longer in duration. This is because the questions asked may be complicated and the timing is based on the student. Customize services for patrons as is appropriate. For example, let's suppose you have a student with a heavy accent and you are finding it difficult to understand them. It is perfectly acceptable if you ask them to go ahead and write down the question. Build long-term patron relationships. Here at the College Hill Library, you will repeatedly see the same patrons, whether they are students or faculty. Go ahead and make small talk. We want them to regard the library as an inviting place, so they will feel welcome and return. Follow through as appropriate. Please, we don't want any dangling reference or circulation questions. So here are some guidelines for customer service. Always be aware of your nonverbal body language. Make eye contact and smile. Verbally acknowledge everyone waiting at the desk. When I have been waiting at a desk, it really helps me to feel better if someone smiles and says, "Just a moment and I'll be right with you." Don't be afraid of approaching shy people. Some people may be hesitant about seeking assistance. If you make a mistake, acknowledge it, apologize, and do whatever you can to rectify the situation. Thank everyone for visiting and encourage them to return again. So here are some of our standards for customer service. We are service-oriented. You are empowered to act and make decisions. There is no need to ask a librarian before making every decision. Joe has provided you enough latitude that you ought to feel comfortable. You are responsible for resolving and preventing misunderstandings. Misunderstandings can be prevented by watching what you say and your tone of voice, as well as paying attention to nonverbal indicators, such as your posture and facial expression. active listening. Paraphrase back what the patron has said until you achieve an understanding. Understand the customer's perspective. For example, let's suppose you have a student who approaches the desk who is flustered and has obviously had a hard day. Empathize with them, say, "I understand," and I might proceed at a slower pace than normal. Knowledge of circulation policies and procedures is fundamental and will help you in doing your job. Customer privileges and responsibilities. Some of the privileges that the customers have are checkout, the copy machines, course reserves, study rooms, and use of the computers. The responsibilities are that we expect them to behave in a civilized manner. Dealing with difficult situations. Remain calm. If you aren't calm at this point, it is really difficult to prevent the situation from escalating. Listen without interrupting. Define the problem by asking targeted questions. Empathize. And empathy can be achieved through your tone of voice and body language, in addition to what you say. Treat the patron respectfully. Please, no sarcasm or rolling of eyes. Acknowledge and validate concerns. Again, this can be done through use of key phrases, such as "I understand." Apologize when necessary if you have made a mistake. Refer to a librarian if you feel the situation is escalating or it is outside of your realm of expertise. Thanks for watching my video. There is a quiz. The next video is on librarianship according to an Indian philosopher and the Library Bill of Rights.